First at 5, breaking news from Milwaukee's 3rd Ward.
Sources telling us an off-duty Milwaukee police officer was shot several times this afternoon. Sam Kramer is live in the 3rd Ward. You've been down there all afternoon. Tell us what we know tonight, Sam.
Well, it happened about 3 hours ago, right around 2 o'clock, when people living nearby told us they heard a handful of shots fired, at least as many as 5. And the location of those shots was just a block down the road near Water in Buffalo, right around the Shake Shack restaurant that is there. What we've been told is that, this off-duty police officer was involved in either a robbery or a attempted carjacking. And then from there, someone that was living nearby, once they heard the shots, ran to their window and they saw that suspect pull into a car and speed away through the intersection of Buffalo and Broadway, then north on Broadway. Since then, this scene has only grown larger and larger, both in size and with the number of officers on scene. It's not just Milwaukee Police. We've seen the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, Marquette University Police, and their federal partners with both the FBI and the ATF. Now, we're expecting a Milwaukee Police press conference right now. We'll toss it over to that.
Evening, everyone. On Thursday, January 13th, 2022, at approximately 2 p.m., a suspect unsuccessfully attempted to steal a vehicle containing 3 children at the 200 block of East Buffalo Street. The suspect left the vehicle and began to leave the scene. The adult female driver of the vehicle located a cell phone around her vehicle and entered a nearby business. When inside the business, the suspect that attempted to steal the vehicle approached the female and attempted to rob her. An off-duty Milwaukee Police Department detective intervened, announced that he was an officer, and attempted to detain the suspect. A struggle ensued, at which time the suspect brandished a firearm. The suspect fired multiple shots at the off-duty detective, striking him multiple times, and fled the scene. The detective returned gunfire, and at this time, there's no indication the officer's gunfire struck anyone. The suspect fled in a vehicle that later observed by uniformed officers on the 2700 block of West State Street. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle. However, the driver refused to stop, and a vehicle pursuit ensued. The vehicle pursuit ended on a 3000 block of North 30th Street. 3000 block of North 30th Street. Multiple suspects fled on foot. An 18-year-old male and a 17-year-old male were apprehended without further incident. The detective involved is a 37-year-old male with 7 years of service with the Milwaukee Police Department. He sustained life-threatening injuries. He was transported to a local hospital and is in stable condition. The Milwaukee Police Department Homicide Division is leading an investigation. Criminal charges will be referred to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office in the upcoming days. This is a fluid investigation. The Milwaukee Police Department thoughts and prayers go out to our detective that continue to protect his community even while off duty. We wish him speedy recovery and are very proud of all the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department that showed great professionalism tonight. The detective and his family are requesting that everyone respects his privacy. And at this time, I'll hand the mic over to the Mayor Cavalier.
Thank you very much, Chief. Just yesterday, the Chief and I were together to talk about public safety priorities in Milwaukee. And one of the tenets of those priorities was to make sure that individuals who should not have their hands on guns in the first place, that they don't have that access. And obviously today, that happened again, where there was an individual who had access to guns, and you see the results. And that wasn't just today. It wasn't just today. Since 2022 began, we've had a 9-year-old, a child, who was shot. We had a 16-year-old at work who was shot and who was killed. And now even a police officer off duty, still protecting and serving the people in this city, who has been shot and is now in a hospital bed. enough. Enough. Folks in this city have had enough with the violence, particularly the deadly gun violence that we see plaguing this community year in and year out. And that's why we're going to be working with our partners at the state to try to make sure that these incidents don't happen, because they're literally affecting everybody in our community, from our babies to our police. And so I want to echo the comments made by Chief Norman, right? This police officer was not on duty. This police officer, this was his day off, and still he sprung into action to protect and to serve. And so on behalf of the residents of this city, I thank this police officer. I thank him for springing into action to protect and serve somebody who needed assistance in our city. And with that, I'll pass it back over to the chief.
Any questions at this time?
Chief, can you tell us again from the top, there was a vehicle, was it stolen or not stolen? The vehicle that was found on the north side, was that the vehicle that the suspect arrived in?
Still a fluid investigation. I know that there was another vehicle involved, but at this time we're still trying to learn more of the details on that.
So the woman who hid in the bathroom, were her kids in the car?
Well, there was her kids there. I know that she was part of a delivery service, in my understanding, but yes, her kids were in the car at the time when the car was attempted to be stolen.
And the kids are okay?
Yes, they are.
What can you tell us of the suspects?
Right now, it's still a fluid investigation. You know, I know that we have a number of individuals involved that we have in custody. We'll be figuring out in regards to their role and what happened. Again, this is still a fluid investigation.
Are they from Milwaukee?
Don't know that at this time.
Chief, have you had a chance to speak with the detective? How's he doing? You've talked to his family?
No, but after this, and I'm going to try to cut this short because I need to go out there and talk to the family of the detective. Again, I want to remind everyone, this was an off-duty detective, probably just ordering food. And I saw others who stood by as this particular citizen was being accosted at the time. He went into danger without any hesitation. Absolutely proud of the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department. Proud that we are able to be professional on and off duty.
Chief, looking forward, anyone else involved? What are you looking for? Who are you looking for right now? What do you need from the community?
Well, beyond even this particular situation is, again, all of us doing our part to try to deter in regards to criminal behaviors. Also understand that firearms are dangerous. We don't need to have firearms in the hands of any individual who is out there to do harm. It is, again, a group effort. All citizens have a responsibility to ensure that we don't have situations like this.
And again,
Take
is
one
anyone
more.
at large?
Can you say what unit the detective is assigned to?
I believe he's just an early shift detective right now, to my understanding. I don't know the actual unit. But I have to go out to Freighter. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Chief Jeffrey Norman there briefing the media on an incident this afternoon in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward at Water and Buffalo, where an off-duty police officer, a police detective, intervened in a robbery. Shots were fired by that suspect, multiple shots hitting that detective. That detective fired back, apparently not making contact with any of those shots that he fired. That suspect fled. 2 men in custody right now, a 17 and an 18-year-old. Not sure if they are Milwaukeeans or not. The chief wasn't sure on that. He is on his way to Freighter to visit with that 37-year-old detective who is recovering tonight at Freighter. When we learn more on this,